Hello everyone, you are welcome to Nigeria Today News. I am Oyiza. We will be talking about hyperinflation and cost of living in Nigeria today. The word inflation refers to the rise in prices of all commodities across the economy, decreasing the purchasing power of your money. It is best measured by a holistic approach that considers the cost of food, clothing, shelter, and other basic amenities that contribute to the society ease of living. Though it can be frustrating to think about your money losing value, most economists consider a small amount of inflation a sign of a healthy economy. A moderate inflation rate encourages you to spend or invest your money today, rather than stuff it under your mattress and watch its value diminished. Inflation can become a destructive force in an economy if it is allowed to get out of hand and rise dramatically. Unchecked inflation can topple a country's economy, like in 2018 when Venezuela's inflation rate hit over 1 million% a month, causing the economy to collapse. When prices decline across a sector of an economy or throughout the entire economy, it is called deflation. While it might seem nice that you can buy more or for less tomorrow, economists warn that deflation can be even more dangerous for an economy than unchecked inflation. The annual inflation rate in Nigeria accelerated for the fifth straight month to 18.6% in June of 2022, the highest rate since January of 2017 and compared to 17.7% in May. Food inflation surged to 20.6% from 19.5%, mainly due to bread and cereal, potatoes, yam, meat, fish, oil, fat, and wine. Compared to the previous month, consumer prices increased 1.82% after 1.78% in May. Source: National Bureau of Statistics, Nigeria. In Nigeria, the Consumer Price Index (CPI) measures the change over time in the prices of 740 goods and services consumed by people for day-to-day living. The index weights are based on expenditures on both urban and rural households in the 36 states. The most important categories in the CPI are food and non-alcoholic beverages, 51.8% of total weight, housing, water, electricity, gas, and others, fuel 16.7%, clothing and footwear 7.7%. The Nigeria inflation rate at 8-month high. Nigeria annual inflation rate accelerated for the third straight month to 16.82% in April of 2022 from 15.92% in March. It was the steepest inflation rate since the last August, amid widespread increase across all the nation on the back of sudden global commodity prices. Main upward pressure came from prices of food and non-alcoholic beverages, 18.37% versus 17.20% in March. By far the most relevant to the CPI basket in line with prices of imported food. Like most African countries, Nigeria is grappling with rising prices of food, as the continent is still largely dependent on agricultural import, especially grains. The main causes of inflation. The gradually rising prices associated with inflation can be caused in two main ways: demand pull inflation and cost pull inflation. Demand pull inflation happens when the demand for certain goods and services is greater than the economic ability to meet those demands, while cost pull inflation is when the supply of goods or services is limited in some way, but demands remain the same, pushing up prices. Others include increased money supply, devaluation, rising wages, policies, and regulations. Inflation in Nigeria is sponsored by the soaring cost of production because of the lack of the basic infrastructure required to enable production, such as erratic power supply, poor road, insecurity. There is a growing concern of insecurity and its effect on food prices. The price will keep growing higher as the current government keeps failing. Therefore, in conclusion, misgovernance and lack of proper economic policies have a direct influence on the quality of life of people through inflation and hyperinflation. How does inflation affect economy? When prices for energy, food, commodity and other goods and services rise, the entire economy is affected. Rising prices, known as inflation, impact the cost of living, the cost of doing business, borrowing money, mortgage, corporates, and government bond yields, and every other facet of the economy. What does inflation mean for the economy? Inflation measures how much more expensive a set of goods and services has become over a certain period. Usually, the year inflation has plunged countries into a long period of instability. Inflation is the single biggest thief of wealth in Nigeria. I like to think of it as a protagist. No one sees it, but everyone knows it's there, knocking stuff over and making a mess of it. Now let's see what are the possible solutions. The study recommends that government should concentrate on providing social infrastructure that would encourage the private sector to invest and expand output, taking advantage of existing unemployed resources. This will help to stem inflation in Nigeria, which is usually caused by scarcity. Economic diversification, local manufacturing, favorable policies, infrastructure, and security are also solutions to inflation. Government can use wage and price control to fight inflation, but that can cause recession and job loss. Government can also employ a contradictory monetary policy to fight inflation by reducing the money supply within an economy via decreased bond prices and increased interest rates. Alright, that will be all for now. Drop your views or opinion in the comment section. Let's look for a way forward for our dear country, Nigeria. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Nigeria Today.